Welcome to the Deer Park Club. Conveniently located on Ballarat Road, Deer Park, and only 20 minutes from Melbourne Airport and the CBD. The Deer Park Club has modern function rooms for engagements, weddings, birthdays and functions. The Deer Park Club, where everyone's welcome.
The Traralgon Bowls Club, Gippsland's premier bowling destination, with 4 bowling greens, state-of-the-art indoor bowling facilities, world-class lighting and bowling programs with activities every day of the week. If you haven't bowled at Traralgon, you haven't bowled. Visit today, Lydiard Road, Traralgon.
Hello and welcome to the Victorian Bowls League. We are live with round 1. I'm Jimmy Whitehead, joined by Chris Ball. Chris, how you going, pal?
Very good, thanks, mate. Pleasure to be here for the inaugural VBL.
Yeah, I'm rapt about this. Teams are all ready to go. We've had our photos on the green. Players just completing a one-end roll-up here. We've got some pairs action.
Pairs and triples in the first round. Of course, this is a 5-a-side event, so once this round is concluded, they will switch disciplines and play fours and singles.
Yep, correct. So 3 bowl pairs, 15 ends, 2-hour time limit. So there is no jack rolling in the VBL. So you'll see the skips placing the jack, which should mean some aggressive play, mate.
Definitely. It's I can't think of another time where that would happen. So it's good to have an event like this. Try something new. I'm sure the guys will enjoy not having to roll the length of their skip at once.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see a lot of mat up jack on the tee and try hunting the jack early?
It's definitely a tactic that teams are going to go to. Depends how they're finding the surface. It's not always easy on these carpet greens to play that shot. So,
yeah, correct. So for the Deer Park Club, we've got Larry Donoghue leading for the man himself, Mark Casey. And for the Gippsland Lyrebirds, we have Brad Marin leading for Nathan Murray. And the triples game next door, we'll see for Deer Park Club, Tom Hicks leading, Nathan Bush in second, and Jay Norris skipping. And for the Gippsland Lyrebirds, we have Matty Ferrari leading, Tyson Cromie second, and Brad Orr as the skip.
It's always interesting to see how teams line up in events like this. All 5 players are good in their own rights, aren't they? So,
I think we were sort of doing a few things in the office trying to work out who'd be playing where. And it's just, some of them have picked it slightly different to what I would have. I think the only one that we got nailed on right was this Gippsland Lyrebirds team. We've got Brad Marin, who's won an Australian title in pairs, leading for Lee Schreiner. So he's very comfortable leading in a pairs match. And Nathan Murray, he's playing the singles and he's a state title winner.
Definitely, and he'll have 3 bowls in a row, obviously. Skips are very, very important in this pairs format. So it'll just be like a mini singles game for Nathan. He'll have a few extra bowls in the head, obviously.
So we've got a time game, so we'll just wait for everyone to complete. Ready? Oh, and he's going to sound an AFL siren. Didn't he?
Block my ears, I think. Awesome.
Go, we're off.
Right,
we're off and running. Vinnie McElwain joining in. He'll be supporting the Gippsland Lyrebirds. Sponsored by the Traralgon Bowls Club. So Larry Donoghue to lead us off. I thought he might be a bit of a sneaky shout for the singles after his good run in the Champion of Champions last year. Won the Metro West Champ of Champs, Larry.
Yeah, very accomplished singles player, but Nathan Bush is in red-hot form at the moment. He's into another club singles final at Deer Park. So
You guys played your singles already?
Yeah, they tried something different at Deer Park this year. We tried to get most of our club games done before the season.
Yeah,
so
right.
we didn't clash, and it'll be a Nathan Bush, Luke Spargo final. So
Luke Spargo, good effort.
Great effort from both of those players, and it should be a cracking final.
All right, Brad Marin jumping on early there.
Yeah, and I thought this might happen Jimmy, they're both playing the same side of the green. Had a quick little roll up out there, and the hand that they're playing is slightly kinder.
Yeah, and look, after streaming this morning the women's prestige pairs, they all favoured the backhand as we're coming down here. So I think you'll see a lot of bowls down that side.
Great correction there,
That's a
Larry.
ripper by Larry. Great stuff.
I guess what it does do is when you are called to change, you've got to take a bit more extra time on the mat. The player that can convert on this more difficult side will determine the match.
Yeah. So for the scoring in this, you each leg or each discipline you win, it's 3 points. The winner of the round overall would be the team with the most points from the games. If there's a tie, it will go back to shots up. If that's a tie, we do have an innovation in this VBL. It'll be a 1 bowl, 5. So 5 players, 1 bowl each end. So a game of 5s.
I'm not going to lie, my jaw dropped a little when I read that.
Well, it was funny because we had a meeting and said we need to do something innovative, but we didn't want to. I don't know. I think the power plays has its place in certain events. So we wanted to move it. We didn't want to go down that path. It's already been people have gone down that path. So we figured 10 bowls. It's less than what's in a pennant head. Oh, great stuff by Brad Moran.
Yep.
10 bowls is less than what's in a pennant head anyway, so it's not like it's going to be 2 chockers. But yeah, something different.
I think it's exciting. Whether we're going to see it or not this weekend, I'm not sure, but it'll be great viewing if we do. And geez, I don't know. Would you want to go first or last in that scenario?
It's a hard one, especially with the jack placement. I think you would go first and try and drain it. I think you try and run it in. That's what I'd be doing. All right, Mark Casey, the lefty. He's again sticking out on that side. His forehand.
He's using Tiger 2s as well. Should get a bit more turn than everyone else on the rink.
Yeah, I think it's a great move, and he's absolutely drained it first bowl. Quite a few people nominating him for Player of the Series. I just had a quick scan through. I think him and Dean O'Neill were the 2 tipped the most. So interesting, we had almost smack on 100 people enter the tipping competition. This game was a 70-30 split the way of Deer Park. 70% of our tipsters went for Deer Park in this. Is Phelpsy. Nathan Murray just misses around the back.
That's an interesting split. I thought it would be much closer to the 50-50 mark, but
yeah, these are 2 of the stronger units on paper. Jake, no, pairs and triples, and then singles and 4s after. So 15 ends in all formats except the singles, which is 21 up. Oh, Phelpsy doesn't want to change too much. He doesn't want to drop short. That'll be the...
Plenty of room for Nathan here. He'd be back at him to draw pretty close to this one. It's important to get off to a good start, especially with teammates you don't usually play with.
Yeah.
You want to, impress them early. It's not far away.
Got to hurry this. Can he hurry that line? Yes, he can. Yeah, Phelpsy, great stuff. Point to prove is Nathan Murray. Yeah, he's got a point to prove, sorry. Someone just tapped me on the shoulder, a question, which we'll have a few of questions, given it's a new format.
Yeah, not far away, Mark. His speed was good there.
Yeah, he was just dropped out of the state side for the Nationals, so
and
bit between his teeth.
The person replacing him is his opponent tonight. So
I didn't even think of that. That's a nice, awkward embrace for the 2 of them.
Oh, look, Nathan, he'll understand why that opportunity was taken away, and he'll put his head down and work hard to get back in. I'm sure he will.
So he picks the 1 up here.
Brad's tactics coming out early. I know him and Schreiner love to do this when they play together, ditch to ditch. So straight into his work here on the long end.
So just a reminder that live scoring is on tonight. So if you want to follow the other games, jump onto the BV the portal. and you'll be able to see all the live scores. So you might have an early error with it. Good job, Mario, standing next to me, our bowling expert.
It's a good innovation regardless, Jimmy. I like what Bowls Victoria are doing with the sport at the moment. It's changed a lot in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
A lot, really. And it's good to see. I'm sure we can only get better.
Yeah, we're going to do it in Premier League this year as well. We're going to get rid of the scorecards. So there's no scorecards in use at this event. We've got live scoring happening on the phones, on the app.
Joshy Sanders tuning in, welcome. Surprised he wasn't picked up,
Yeah, he
to be honest.
could have quite easily been in any of these teams.
Larry's been forced onto the harder side, but he's found it pretty well.
So what we sort of noticed on this hand earlier is if your weight was good, you were okay. The minute you were either too quick or well, mainly too quick, you were floating around and not turning at all.
Spread will correct about a yard on his last. So hang around, give Nath something to work with. His weight's good past the jack, so it's not all bad. Larry doesn't mind this one, looking for the three-peat. Just tracking in nicely. He's played 3 pretty good bowls there, so a little bit early on for Nathan to think about.
It's Deer Park picking one up in the triples game next door. Lead 1-0 after the first end. Yep. What do you reckon of the uniforms, mate? Look pretty good.
Excellent. Excellent. I said to someone at work during the week how good it is to see our sport being modernised. I love the unique colours of every team. And
the big V's on them as well. They look good.
Have you got a favourite?
I do. As Nathan Murray started off playing bombs already. Actually, of the hoodies, the Warrnambool Bulls, I think is my favourite.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Yarraville Footscray guys, their shirts, not so much the hoodies, but their shirts are really good. AM Sportswear, of course, proud partners of BV. They produced all the uniforms, done a terrific job. At some stage, I was thinking we weren't going to get them all in time, but we've nailed that.
They look fantastic. Done a great job there. Designed by the clubs themselves.
Yes, so Mel Allen, our marketing manager, went through a huge task of doing it. I mean, anyone who's been involved in redesigning club uniforms, they can attest to it. It's not an easy job. So to do 8 separate designs, she did a ridiculous job, and she took ownership of it and smashed it out with all the clubs.
Hats off to Mel, all the work she's put in. It's fantastic.
That's a very, very good home for Phelps.
Yeah, he was in a lot of trouble back there. I still think Mark will be playing that 6-8 footer weight again. He just missed wide last time.
He's playing that tricky hand.
This will be a nice one to get early if he can.
Maddie, for Deer Park, the triples, they have Tom Hicks leading, Nathan Bush second, and J. Norris is skipping. One
wide, one narrow there. So
law of averages says he'll absolutely get it with his next one. Brad's calling. Well, you can see him on the camera there. He's calling Phelpsy for some cover at the back. He obviously he's worried. If the jack goes out there, probably a couple down.
Yeah, it's a good decision. You're already holding shot. You'd rather make them try and get it. You know, you don't want to open the head up for them. So we'll see if he can get to Brad's feet somewhere around there. Minimise any danger.
Mm-hmm. Liam, there's actually been a slight rule change in the conditions of play this season in Victoria. you are allowed electronic devices for the use of scoring. So yes, in that case, you could have your phone on purely for that, on you on the green. That's it. I don't type with them electronic devices. I've got a smartwatch, which I'm sure most people of our sort of age do. And sometimes I forget to turn that off. I go on the green, it's buzzing off. Right, Mark Casey, missed narrow, missed wide, then missed narrow. So trying to find the middle now.
Slightly quicker this time. Mightn't be too far away.
He's hunting it. He's stalking the bowl. Needs to hold here, Chris. Needs to hold.
Wow, geez.
Oh, he's actually turned a 1 into a 2 down as well.
Yeah, it's very close for the second, isn't it? Unfortunate. It was in the area. Yes, that's the 2.
Benny Fletcher, our marker out there, doing a great job. He's a professional. He's a professional marker at big events. He's Benny Fletcher. He does the
He's
BPL.
a lot of exposure, hasn't he?
When BA are in town.
Does a great job. Great start from Nathan Murray. He scored their 3. There's 3 shots early on.
3? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The 3. One on the first end, 2 then. So.
Yeah, Glenn Jones. Yeah, I agree. Nathan Bush, as Chris mentioned, he's already in sensational form. Made the club singles final at Deer Park. He's just one of the all-round good guys in bowls as well. Just such a good bloke.
Fantastic coach as well. I've had a few in bowls, and he's right up there with the best.
Good. He strikes me as someone who would do a lot of preparation before as well.
Definitely.
He'd be thinking things through and getting things prepared.
Vice principal at a school, so
yeah, he's used to
pretty good at
being methodical and prepared.
Exactly right. Fair start from Brad. Just a couple of feet short. And he start there, Larry, who's he's found his line and weight pretty early on. So
yeah, he's probably just been on top of Brad the first 2 ends. Phelps has sort of done the difference for the Gippsland Lyrebirds. And as I say that, it's a bit stiff.
Speaking of methodical, it's quite a set routine Larry has.
Yeah.
Very rhythmic. Once he finds his groove, he's quite hard to stop.
Evening, Sachi. Yeah, I tipped the Brighton Blue Devils myself for the overall win. You were Yarraville Footscray. Bit of brotherly love.
I'll say that's the only reason. I copped it from a lot of angles for that tip. So, as you said, welcome to bowls tipping.
Yeah, mate. People get very upset. I tipped the girls to win 2 out of 3, the Victorian Storm, and great shot by Brad.
Brilliant. Well, I copped it in the car park from the Lyrebirds because I tipped against them twice, and they let me know about it. So that's all in good fun. Good to see people jumping on the tips and having a go.
Yeah, I reckon about 100. We got pretty close to 100. Just going to move that camera on the side.
Larry just running through, gave his bowl a chance, so it's not all bad.
Yeah, you see Brad's got shot there for Gippsland Lyrebirds.
Jack's only maybe 15 inches off the ditch, just over a foot.
Do you reckon that the no jack roll would throw some players' routines out? There's not that sort of 10, 15 second wait to go up, or you think
there's definitely that. And also on the flip side of that, I think you can play the exact same length every end if you do get on a roll. So it's not quite as drastic as the old giving the mat away days, but if you get on a roll, great shot here, Nathan.
They're going good early, these two from the Lyrebirds.
If you get on a roll early and you can place the jack in the same spot every time, watch out. Yeah, after a big conversion here, Mark, he's a couple of down. Not far away. He needs to hold for the jack. Oh, what a shot.
It.
The jack
falls in.
That's brilliant.
top bowl.
Didn't have a lot of room around the front. So
yeah, you might see some attacking. Brad's saying both of these are touches, so come in and whack him. He's effective.
there's no harm in rumbling up there, is there?
Nah.
Maybe change some angles.
Especially Brad's got 2 touches. Try and play him in. Sorry, Barry. He said he'd done it. Can he stop? No, just going to drift in and see from there.
He still backed himself on the draw there. Interesting decision. See if Mark can add a second one here. After playing an absolute ripper with his first. He's not far away. He's done it. That's 2 there. The yellow and blue bowls on your screen of the 2 shots. So look, I wouldn't. I don't think he can go any worse hitting and hoping here.
You see what he just pointed at
Yes,
there? He said Mark Casey's last bowl over to his toucher, kicked that one out the rink, the toucher out the side of the rink.
Be a great shot if he can roll it far enough, but even if he misses narrow, he's got the 2 white bowls on the line as touches.
Yeah, I do think the Jack Rollins, it's got its merits either side, eh? I'm no good at it, so I'll get rid of it if I can. He nearly got what he wanted.
Yeah, great effort. I think going away with the Jack Roll suits this format. We're fast-paced.
Yeah.
Move the games along. Keep it exciting. It's hard to commentate on a Jack Roll sometimes. I'll tell you what, if he draws a 3rd one here, he's completely changed the momentum in this rink.
Yeah, single-handedly.
He's slightly quicker with this 3rd, but he'll be happy with the 2.
Yeah, Deer Park Club on the board in this pairs game.
He's been a great player for a long time, Mark Casey, but just having played with him a lot last week recently, and his ability to turn a negative situation into a positive is unbelievable.
Yeah.
When it looks like you've got no shot on, he finds a way, and maybe I suppose that's why he's been tipped to be in contention for player of the series up here.
He you know what has impressed me about him is he's pretty much done everything in the game. There's nothing he hasn't done. He's played at Com Games, he's represented his country, he's won medals, he's won titles, he's played in Bowls Premier Leagues, he's done it all, but he was absolutely rapt when he was selected for Victoria because he hasn't done that. That was one thing on his resume he hadn't done, and he was thoroughly excited to be given the opportunity to represent Victoria, the upcoming Nationals in the Ali Shield. He is Barb, he's born and bred Victorian. So you get Tony Sherwell on, who's our CEO of Bowlsvic, and his #1 gripe is the amount of Victorians that leave Victoria and go and play in other states for...
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we can give you a whole list, Bob. I'll get Tony on commentary at some stage tomorrow, and he'll run you through about 20 players that should be representing Victoria, but are instead represented mainly Queensland, but a bit of New South Wales as well.
I think Bowls of Victoria's come a long way, so
yeah,
perhaps these days if we get a young up-and-comer, they might
stay.
Yeah, it might be more benefit to staying here.
I've got to be honest.
Aside from the weather.
I spent a week up at Broad Beach not long ago. I can see why they go up there.
Yeah.
Give me half an opportunity, I'd be the same.
So looking pretty good.
We've brought two of them home though, Chris. Chloe Stewart and Kira Burke to play in the Victorian Storm.
It's great to see both of them. Chloe in particular, she played in the Prestige pairs managed to get the win with Kelsey, so that's a great effort. But I played a lot of juniors with
Oh,
Chloe,
yeah.
so
Yeah, cool.
it's great to see her down here. And I'm sure they'll go really well.
Oh, Brad wants this to hurry. It's a good bowl. I think he wanted to get it into the two blues and sort of just shut that down as an option for Deer Park to score shots. But
He's counted and covered
correct.
pretty well.
As Tolson Chromie goes whack next door, and we'll replay that end. So that's the other one. That was the other call. You do the re-spot or the dead ends. But I think you with not having the jack roll, there was no point having the re-spot because you were cutting time in one avenue. You didn't need to cut it twice.
Definitely, yep.
I think the players prefer the dead ends as well at this level.
Yeah, it's generally frowned upon as a time-wasting sort of, I've got no chance to win the match, I'll keep killing it, but I don't think that'll be a problem at this level.
So the only thing it does for us here is throw our schedule out if someone does that, because you have to keep replaying that end even after the buzzer if it's started.
Nathan's coming to a good home with this one.
Yeah, Barry Lester's one, Barb. Aaron Wilson's another. Chloe Stewart, Kira Burke.
Just the two down, Mark, so still plenty of room there. Draw the shot.
I keep forgetting we've got Benny doing the mark, and I'm trying to work out who's got shot, and he's just signalling it for her. Lisa Phillips plays an absolute bomb behind us, Chris. Pretty well supported. I reckon it's all Kira's family. They've all brought hoodies to the Victorian Storm.
They're definitely the most passionate crowd.
I'll have to see.
I think that might change tomorrow. I think Moama will turn up.
Yeah.
Turn up in droves tomorrow.
Well, Friday night's going to be the fun night here. Sorry, Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, as everyone's here for the men's pairs. I think we'll get a real good crowd.
Brilliant shot again from Nathan Murray. He's found his weight. Spot on. Mark's 3 down. Needs to try and minimise the damage. Well, might be happy with that one.
So I can see in that Victorian Storm Dandenong Pulse game, it's 5-1 to the Pulse in the pairs, and 3-2 to the Pulse in the triples. That'll be 3 the way of the Gippsland Lyrebirds here. Good start by good start by Brad Marin and Nathan Murray.
Nothing crazy that end too, Jimmy. They were just all drawn closer than Deer Park's closest, so.
Phone's going left, right and centre here, man. I'm getting confused.
Sometimes you can feel as if you're going through the motions a bit, wasting a bit of time, dropping a pretty easy 3 like that. So they'll try and switch back on here, make the adjustment.
Yeah, it's just a reminder, if you're looking for scores of other games, you can jump on the Bowls Now app, click on the results, go through to the Bowls Victoria portal, have a look in the competitions, you'll see the Victorian Bowls League, and you select your match. We're in the pairs and triples format at the moment, so if you click on the pairs and the triples, you'll see the score. We've got live scoring happening. Courtesy of the very efficient volunteers here at Moama Bowls Club. Do a great job. Did we all tip Deer Park in this one?
Yes, the 3 of us tipped the same in this one.
Brad, ooh, just under.
I'm a little biased for my tip towards Deer Park, but I think I actually do think it's 50-50 coming into a big event like this. You know, first round, it doesn't matter how long you've been playing. I'm sure there's a few nerves out there, and the players will be wanting to play well, if anything.
Just even having the advertising boardings down the side, it's different, isn't it? Like
Definitely,
sort of throws players.
Wouldn't play with it very often.
Lucky by Larry pushing Brad in there.
His weight was good, so Tyson with another Conversion from a weighted shot next door.
Playing against his club.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he feels about that. It's a bit strange, but I'm sure he's grateful for the opportunity that Gippsland have given him. He's been in cracking form as well.
Yeah, when he gets on a roll, he's like that, Tars.
He's a great young man, and I hope I wish him well in his career.
That's a sensationally placed bowl by Brad Marin. That's exactly where he would have wanted to put that bowl.
Yeah, Mark's called for Larry to play through the head here. It's not sitting favourably for them. He needs to change something.
He's a brave man, Larry. He's the only one sporting a T-shirt out here currently.
Oh, he's very unlucky. He wasn't far away at all. No, he's tough, Larry. Super tough, mate.
Gippsland holding a couple here.
Great footballer, apparently. So
yeah, right.
Played a lot of early morning games.
Yeah, right.
Cold wouldn't faze him. What you're doing here, if you're Nathan, try and turn Brad's up, change the angle a little bit.
Yep. He's going to find that you don't get the turn till real late on that forehand, and you don't get a lot of it when it comes.
Yeah, it's super evident just with that last bowl. It was only maybe a metre quick. That was enough for it to hold its line.
Barb, no, I'm not playing in this. I don't play bowls anymore, mate, Barb. I'm stuck behind this desk most of the time.
Mark's played an excellent shot.
Well, he's opened it right up now.
That's excellent.
No, I don't think I'll play pennant this year either. I've got a 5-month-old at home who's between her and the 10-year-old and everything else. I'm struggling.
Hands pretty full,
I'm
Jimmy.
Struggling to even... I haven't put a bowl down since March, so... So the winnable balls are playing. I think I can see the scores. What you need to do, Gil, is make sure you're clicking on the format. So currently we're playing the triples and pairs. So if you click on the triples or the pairs, you'll see a scorecard in there. So I can give you the score because I've got it in front of me. In the pairs, Yarraville Footscray are leading 6-5 after 5 ends. And in the triples, Yarraville Footscray are leading 7-1 after 4 ends. But just make sure you're clicking on the format that's being played, and you'll be able to see the live scoring.
Three down here, Mark, so...
Jimmy, needs to...
Wasn't far away. We're...
yeah, we're right. We've got Dean O'Neill and Kev Anderson right behind us.
Playing in our direction, so if they
to be honest, I actually haven't thought this through, have we? This Jack being there. Someone could let us. That's a good job Matty Flapper's not here. He'd actually murder someone.
I'd like to think that...
give us a heads up.
Jack for us, yeah.
No, my talents wouldn't get me this far anyway, Barb. I don't think I'll be getting picked up in any of these. Maybe if you had 800 franchises, I might get a gig somewhere.
I've seen you play, mate. You sell yourself short there. Jeez, I think he's 4 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big bowl.
So huge. Once you get a lead in these events, it's much easier to defend them.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, he's thrown it on a wide line. He's tugging shoes.
I think he's going to be all right, yeah. It's just going to crash into them ones of Brad's. I thought he'd get more turn for that bowl then, especially using Tiger 2s.
Probably only slightly overweight, I guess, and it just did not move a bit. It's not too happy down the other end, actually. So another 3 to Gippsland Lyrebirds.
They're flying. Do Lyrebirds fly?
You're asking the wrong bloke. Jimmy, I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, Stewie jumping in. Moama is looking great under the lights. So I got a jumper thrown on my head.
overall.
No, that's right.
Oh, that's our ring. Cracking start by Gippsland, and what it does in these team events is it takes a bit of pressure away from your other discipline. It's especially evident in the following rounds in the fours and singles. How much of an impact the singles has on that fours rink. You always finish first in singles, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's sorry to hear that, Kaz. Brad's son gone in for some surgery. I know he's going through a battle, so we wish him well, little Ollie. His dad's doing the business for him out here. A few dead ends on the triples rink next door. He's an underrated player for Player of the Series. He's Brad Hall. What a player he is.
no, I'm pretty sure he's won a
Vic medal.
Open
Yeah,
medal,
Vic
Vic medal,
he has
so
won a Vic medal.
he's no stranger to playing a lot of games in a row, is he?
And they've picked him where he should be. Like he's skipping the triples and the fours, which is the right thing for him.
Definitely. Pretty close here too, Brad.
Yeah, just going to drift.
Good pair. Chance to add a second here from Larry. Just getting stuck on that wide hand again.
So got action tomorrow and through into Sunday as well. So the times for tomorrow, 10 a.m. kickoff, yeah. And a midday, or 10 past 12 for the next game. And then 3 o'clock and a 5:15.
Ray Coulter tuning in. Hey, Razor, my workmate.
Oh, you were, right? Yeah.
It's good to see him. I don't think he likes watching bowls, so I don't know what he's doing tuning in. Get off
Don't
the
listen
stream,
to
mate.
you, mate. They come to give you some grief, mate.
Nathan Murray's looking pretty good here. That's another cracking shot.
Yeah, top ball. Top ball.
Just not giving Deer Park any sort of breathing room.
On the tough hand as well. Stalking it. He's playing with the Tiger too, so he'll get some swoop. Weight was phenomenal.
Much the same here from Nathan. There's not too much danger anywhere on that head for the Lyrebirds, so she's not far away. He's played it pretty well.
It's a case just needing to adjust his line here at all.
It's not far away.
Yeah, Larry likes it. Larry
Got
likes
the
it.
legs.
Mark Casey.
What a shot.
What a bowl.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
What a bowl. Pretty clear instruction by Brad Marin there. Said if you move the jack back 2 feet, you're 2. You get it back 4 feet, you're 4. How's he gone, Phelpsy? How's he gone?
He's not far away.
Brad likes
He's
it.
got that 4 foot weight.
Brad likes it. Needs a
It's the ball
result now.
first. Oh, well, that's a great shot regardless.
Terrific
I think
effort.
he's made one there.
Benny Fletcher signalling 1 to Deer
one
Park.
to Deer Park, so just needed it to get down just a fraction more. Played excellent weight.
As Gippsland pick a couple up next door.
games can get away from you pretty quickly, Jimmy. Only the 15 ends.
Yeah, correct.
Pairs and triples goes really quick, so Deer Park are finding themselves in a little bit of trouble early. Sarah and Boozer, Gus, welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Share it around.
One to Deer Park.
Hope James Pearce is doing all right at home, Sarah. So the Pulse behind us are getting up and about early. I tipped them to get up and about early, but I think as the weekend goes on, I think they might get a bit tired.
I went the other way. I thought they'd start slow.
Oh.
I said they'd lose this game and then win it out from there.
A bit of a length change here.
Yeah.
Solid start there, Larry. Good idea to mix it up, not get stuck playing the same length.
Well, I thought we'd see heaps of jacks on the tee and a load of driving at it with the mat up, but we've seen none of it so far. I haven't seen it on the triples next door or this pairs ring.
I think the surface is kind enough. The players are back in their draw shots at the moment. As Brad...
sensationally drops a proper lead bowl on top of that jack.
A great shot.
It's good to have an event like this just really kick-start the season in Victoria. Eh? We're all sort of... A lot of people will be having practice matches tomorrow and across the weekend, little tournaments.
But this is about when people start getting G'd up for the next season and
excited about bowls again.
Yeah, the calendar's already full enough as it is to try and pluck out another date. I'm sure it was hard enough picking.
It actually just worked. Everything worked in its favour for this one. We had the Moama having this weekend free, right in between their two big
pairs,
prestige pairs tournaments. It just all worked well.
Another great shot there from Brad Marin.
So for those who know, Moama Bowls Club are on the small 4-inker at the back, the TV green. There they play the BPL. You've been up here for a BPL before?
I haven't yet.
It's great. It's great how they set this green up. The grandstands either side. We're sitting where the corporate hospitality boxes usually are.
It's our dream for the VBL one day.
Yeah, we'll get there. Urging that to get up is Brad.
Yeah, pretty much knows straight away as soon as he lets it go.
Put his hand up to lead. He said to me. He said he was. He said I think it's my best position, and I wanted to give it a go. So he's leading in the fours and the pairs here, whereas Phelpsy will go and play the singles after this.
I think when you've got such strong players after you,
yeah,
you're more than happy to put your hand up. And leads, even though it is 3-bowl pairs, leads are still crucial. They set the rhythm at the end up.
And it's interesting that the singles player for Deer Park in this is Bushy, and he's playing middle pin in the triples across. It's interesting to see how the different teams approach it.
Definitely. I think last week at the five-a-side in Helensvale, it was quite common for the singles player to lead up in the pairs.
Yeah.
That happened on almost every occasion that I could think of. So whether there's something in that tactic, I'm not sure.
Well, you said he's going good in the club singles.
Great shot, Nathan.
Nathan Murray. Josh trickles out his bowl, but it's another one in the head for the Lyrebirds. Live from Moama here, Mark. On the river.
Yes, the inaugural VBL, Victorian Bowls League.
Terrific effort. Makes it harder for Nathan Murray now because he's going to be wary of tipping that bowl in for shot for Deer Park here. He's changing his hand. He's going to have a quick look. Is Phelpsy. No wonder down.
Yeah, I think no harm with passing the jack here. Mark really doesn't have that much on. The shot bowl is 2 bowls probably short of Jack High, so I think they're in a pretty good spot here. And this is what I was saying earlier. You get a nice little lead early, and you can just hit the defend button and pick up your 2s, drop your 1s, and before you know it, the game's over. So
yeah, it's a good call.
he's going to hit the side batter, is he? Just missed it. Just missed it with his cover bowl. Never would have heard the end of that one.
You got scared for a sec, eh?
Yeah, he's pretty cheeky. Phelpsy loves a bit of banter.
Yeah, Bowles is back on a Friday night, Cole. I know the footy's competition tonight. Who's playing tonight? Sydney and Collingwood? No.
Brisbane Geelong. Who you got in that one?
Well, I am a Demons supporter, and I went and watched Brisbane turn us over last week. I actually didn't think they were amazing either. I thought we were just exceptionally poor. So I think Geelong, but I don't think Geelong win it overall. I think Sydney. They outplayed Melbourne 2 weeks ago, and I think the Swans will get it done this year.
So he's trying to draw another one in the head there, Mark. It's been a great footy final series, no doubt about it.
Who did you go for?
Well, look, I think I barrack for Carlton, but yeah. I do see a bit of fantasy in the Collingwood season, and the way everything's turning out for them.
Well, I did say
I wouldn't be surprised if they.
Any team that can win 11 in a row, I think they ended up.
Oh, don't worry. The first 6 times I thought they were just lucky, and then they kept doing it, and now I think everything's just falling their way. They might sneak into the grand final, but
yeah, so have the footy on the radio and stick the Bowls on the TV. You know, straight away, it's not coming back.
Stuck out on that.
I'll be
wide hand.
One to the boys from Gippsland.
Matt back again, ditch to ditch. That's how they got their lead. Well, he's bringing the mat up a fraction here.
That'll be the voice of Kevy Anderson you heard coming through then. He's playing on the rink behind us.
Switched across now, Brad. It's a pretty handy start as well.
Yeah, top bowl, good stuff.
J-By plays a cracker next door. Be interesting to see how he goes this season, Jimmy. J-By.
Yeah, made the move over to Deer Park Club for this year.
He's fit in pretty well early with everyone, and
Larry, close, good effort. Where's he going to play third?
I think he'll play third, definitely, especially when we have our flying players come in.
Yep.
But when Jay's playing his best, he's near on unbeatable, so it's very lucky for us.
Yeah, Wayne, we are going to, me and JT will continue the tipping for Premier League this year, and we're just working out how to expand that to our viewers. Trying to put some prizes together, but there'll definitely be tipping for Premier League. We'll release a schedule for the stream games the next few weeks. It's we're moving to Friday nights, so every game will be on a Friday night this year. So you'll know
streamed game a weekend. Yep.
It'll be on Friday. So and we've worked with the clubs to set a schedule. We'll be kicking off with an absolute humdinger, mate. It's a replay of the grand final from last year, Melbourne Deer Park. So look forward to that. Friday the 15th of October, if my calendar in my brain's right. Brad needs the inside.
He's put on a clinic this end.
3 great bowls by him.
Really good. Is that Melbourne's home game, that one?
Yep. Franchises for this VBL were 5,000, Alan. So just 8 teams. Prize pool's 43, so it makes up.
Pays down. Is it top 4?
Top 4, yeah.
Yep.
So anyone making finals.
Yep.
2 teams losing in the semi-finals on Sunday, I'll get almost pretty much get their money back.
Yep.
And then 20,000 and 10,000.
First and second.
And then a player of the series, which I need to go and organise, actually. I'll leave you for one moment, Chris, because it's just reminded me of something.
No problem. $1,000, I think it is, to the player of the series. Just a little added bonus for the players. I'm sure they'd be more interested in team glory here. So I'm ably joined by Matty Otobre. Welcome, Matty.
Yeah, good. How are you, Chris?
Good, thanks. Just watched Jimmy trundle off to do his event management stuff, so off he goes. Welcome, mate.
How's things? I haven't seen any of this game, mate, so you're going to have to fill me in.
Look, it's the Lyrebirds jumped out the gates and they're defending their lead ever since. 10-3 lead on this rink.
I saw Brad was leading quite well.
Yeah, he's put on a clinic this end especially.
Yep.
Nathan Murray set the tone early.
What are they holding forward there?
Yeah, definitely 4, so plenty of pressure on Mark. There is live scoring for this event, Donna.
Yes, that's been one of my jobs since I've got here. So we've got all the volunteers from Moama putting the live scores in via the app. So I just had a good scan through there, and you can see
Is that
all
the
of our
competition
matches.
portal?
Yeah, the result portal. Get it through the Bowls Now app's probably the best way to do it.
Yep.
Just click on Bowls Victoria. You'll see under competitions, Victorian Bowls League.
There's Mark, he's not far away. That's a good shot. He's
Yeah, that's a great one.
definitely minimised the damage. Just stayed in, I think. And 1 to Deer Park as well, so great shot from Mark Casey. Was in a lot of strife there, 4 down.
How's the green been?
The players have found it pretty early on. Our commentary side is much narrower hand, so
Okay.
the players they're only getting turned when they play dead weight. So
Yep.
I think Nathan here is 100% not going to play the other side of the green. We have our advertising boards up, so
Yeah, I
I
can't
think
see
that
him
hand's
doing that.
unplayable, really. So he'll be coming under the jack here or under the centre line, which we don't really do much as bowlers, do we, Matt? It's a pretty rare.
You'd come the other way if it was open for you?
I think generally most players would, yeah.
See, I'm still learning the game, and that's the way I would have come.
Yeah.
I trust to go a bit wider and just finish inside instead of,
I think it's visually an arc thing. You're pretty much rolling the ball straight up the line so it arcs towards the jack, and take a bit of getting used to. Mark's played pretty good weight, just needs to miss that. Well, not sure if he snuck in for a second, but it'll help the cause nonetheless. 2.
So I'm on the live scoring as well, I suppose. So was that a 2, Chris?
2 for Deer Park. $10-5 now at the halfway mark.
And it's 15 ends, is that right?
It is, yes, 15 ends. And we'll fly through it really in this format, don't we?
Yeah.
Matty and I are working through the scoring system here as
I
Jimmy
think I've
stepped
nutted
out.
it out.
Just not sure which side Deer Park's on. Matty's figured it out.
Got it.
It's nice work, mate.
Have you been watching any of Next Door? A little bit too hard?
A little difficult with the advertising boards in the way, but judging by the score, it's a cracker over there as well. Larry will be a bit disappointed with that. He will have a third to correct. Struggling to nail at this end. Heads have been much tighter than this, so possibly the change of length has done him in a little bit.
Yep, and the no roll in the jack, which is a change. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I think Jimmy mentioned it earlier, but some players do get the weight of their bowl from their jack roll, so
yep.
It's going to be difficult.
But then you get to determine what sort of length you want.
It's quite cool this evening. I'd say the green's probably quicker than it normally is. It's probably running 14.5, I'd say, nearly 15.
It is fresh.
Welcome, Mike, from Wales. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce where you're from, but welcome. Welcome, thanks for tuning in. I'll probably just butcher it in my Australian accent.
I'm not even going to have a crack at that, Chris. How's Case looking?
Just got to hurry this line. That'll be enough. That'll be enough for shot.
And we've got our famous marker here, I see, Benny. He must have known it was on. And
professional, he's doing a great job.
Has he got the smile going that he normally does?
Yeah, he has a couple of times already. It's quite handy, actually. It's hard to tell from this angle who's got the shot most of the time. Nathan.
Has he got it, Nathan?
Yeah, he has. Outdraws him.
There we go, one paddle.
Brilliant shot. Nathan Murray.
Phelpsy.
Affectionately known as Phelpsy. Oh, I'd like to take credit for coming up with that nickname.
Did you?
When we were just a lot younger. Mark just a bit quick. But no, Nathan in his younger days definitely looked like Michael Phelps. Almost identical, so.
Yeah, I was had the pleasure of being with Phelpsy in Yarra for a while. Unfortunately, he's left now and gone to Melbourne.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's stamped his authority in this game for sure.
Yep.
Like Jimmy said, he'll have a point to prove to the state selectors. Just missing out on national selection. But he's doing all the right things here. Started very well. Yeah.
He's not happy with that, though.
He didn't have to do too much. I think it's very difficult for Mark here. Probably only has 1 second. And it's really blocked up, so. I think really his only option is to land the shot bowl on his forehand or rumble through the front two blue ones on the other hand, maybe try and trail the jack, but it's pretty ugly.
What would you do, Chris?
Probably play Mark's a lefty, so probably play his forehand, try and land the shot bowl.
Yep.
And it only needs a yard of weight.
And then he's got his own bowl to promote too.
Yep. It's not an easy shot at all. He's asking for it to hold a little.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got did draw weight here.
Yeah.
Just needs to wriggle through.
Oh, I think he's got it.
Oh,
No.
Great shot anyway. So Marcus signalling 1 to Gippsland still.
All right, Chris, I'm out of the chair.
Thanks for your help. Eddie.
No worries.
Appreciate that.
Jimmy's back.
Jimmy comes back in. Welcome back.
You're doing a terrific job, old Matty-O. We'd be struggling without him up here. All the wonderful live scoring. He's organising the volunteers on that, as I've just creased that sheet.
Good opportunity here for Nathan to draw a second. It's not too far away. It's to miss the blue. Well, this weight was good. They'll take the one.
Take the one and run. That's all they've got to do at this stage, Chris.
Yeah. They're just outdrawing the Deer Park boys at the minute. There's still plenty of time left for Deer Park to come back. 6 down, 6 to play.
Yeah, you're okay if you've got enough ends to do it, hey? You're not too... Like if it's one per end sort of thing, you're not too stressed about that.
Yep. Deer Park 2-shot lead in the triples.
As I've decided to put about 6 ends on at once. 4 ends, it's a lie, but I was over-exaggerating. So we'll try and catch up on the...
Great start from Larry. Brad's asked if it's change his weight here. He's a bit quick with his first. Cheekily letting us know he was trying to run a jack in. Larry, bit of a shake of the head here. Doesn't look too bad though.
You can just see it getting stuck out there, hey?
Yeah. He knew straight away as well. Jay by Norris next door is on fire. Smiles all around for Deer Park over there, holding a few. But, see if Brad can make a correction on this end. He's going to land it. It's well played.
Yeah, good shot by Brad.
Good shot. Seems to be the way it's going here. They Deer Park get 1 or 2 around it, and then Gippsland Lyrebirds just get 1 or 2 closer, and that's the end of the end. And
so, reminder with the scoring, which it's slightly different to the 5-a-sides that just took place in Helensvale and Broadbeach. Hey, so it's 3 points for a win, winning your rink. And the overall winner of the round is the team that accumulates the most points from the rink wins. So effectively wins. If you win 3-1, you're the winner of the round. If it is 2 apiece, or we end up on the same amount of points gained from the rinks, it'll go on shots up overall. And if you've just joined us, a reminder on if that's tied, we a bit of innovation for this event. It's all 5 players, 1 bowl each, 1 end.
Can't wait. Hopefully we get to see it. So
surely. I think everyone's kind of anticipating that happening and nervous and excited at the same time.
I'm keen. I think it'll work. It's going to be great to watch, great for the viewers. So, just to recap, it's overall team wins.
To win the round, sorry. So if you win 3 disciplines, you're the winner. You lose 1. If you win all 4, there is bonus points for winning all 4 as well. So 5 points bonus if you.
Well, that's massive, isn't it? That could change the whole section really.
And the theory behind that is we didn't want anyone easing off. We wanted people to go for it.
Yep. I've said on multiple occasions, I think the field here is that even.
Yeah. I think we'll struggle to see a 4-zip.
Yeah. 100% agree. As Phelpsy makes the correction, Nathan Murray holding 2.
Ouch. There is live scoring, buddy. If you jump on the app, Bowls Now, you can check the live scoring. But I can try and give a rundown of others for those who can't quite find it. So Yarraville and Warrnambool. In the triples, Yarraville lead. They're tied 8 apiece.
Casey, what a shot.
Great bowl by that Case. And it's, what a game that is. Yarraville Footscray, 8 apiece in the triples, 9 apiece in the pairs. What a great start over there. And in the other section, Dandenong Pulse are leading the Victorian Storm 10-4 in the triples and 11-4 in the pairs. And
Oh, what a shot, Nathan Murray.
oh, Phelpsy.
And
What an end.
A little fist pump too. Love to see it.
In the Moama Brighton game, 7-6 Moama are leading in the triples. And 8-5 Moama are leading in the... Best we'll say it real quietly because they're standing right behind us. What a bowl that was by
That's
Phelpsy.
brilliant. He's put all the pressure straight back on the mark here. He's really been up against it. Not sure how he's going to extricate shot here. There isn't a whole lot of room for him.
They like
They're
it.
interested.
They like it.
Needs to half that. Right, he has.
Oh, what a ball.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That's the kind of thing he can do when it looks like you've got no chance. He pulls one out of the fire.
Doesn't even react either. He's almost...
Well, he was unhappy. I think he wanted the ball to turn a little bit more, but
Yeah.
he's like, oh,
They're going to have a bit of a chat. He sort of
Yeah,
said
they
today,
need
what do
to-
you want?
need to have a chat here, the boys, and try something different.
Of course, no jack roll, so they can place it wherever they want.
11-6 here to Gippsland and 9-4 to Deer Park next door. So splitting the rinks at the moment.
Oh, they've scored a 3 of Deer Park next door.
So they decide to go ditch to ditch, Deer Park. Sean Baker tuning in. Welcome, mate. Nice to see you watching some Victorian bowls. Hope you're doing well. At home with the young one.
Yeah, good start by Larry.
Good reply from Brad Merritt.
Yeah, he's so good, such a consistent player. He's just always in and around.
He's made the move to Bendigo, so he won't get to see him next Bennett
Yeah.
season, but wish him all the best.
The Golden Square, joining the starting the revolution there. They've picked up a few.
Yep. Big loss to Melbourne Premier League, but all for good reasons. Just needs us to hurry.
Hi, Matty. You can jump on the live score, and someone's just said results pending. I'm sorry, John, I'm not sure. It will be pending because the game's still occurring. But if you click on, so if you go to the Bowls Now app or on our website, go to Bowls Vic, competitions, and you'll see Victorian Bowls League, VBL. Click on the game you want to look at. So it's Yarraville Footscray, Warrnambool Bulls. It'll bring up an overview as well as the triples, pairs, singles and fours tabs there. Click on the triples or the pairs which are currently being played, and you'll get the scorecard of what's happening there. So for those of you looking for scores on other rinks, just jump on the live scoring. You'll be able to follow along whichever franchise you wish to follow.
Great, so
Another
great
good
shot,
set.
Brad. Yeah, he's putting on a clinic at the moment.
I remember commentating on him when he won the state title down at Warrnambool with when he's leading for Lee Schreiner, and he was ridiculous that day. Like, as good of a lead performance as I've ever seen, to be honest. So he's capable of the extraordinary. He's Brad Marin.
Yeah, and well, once again, what that does is just puts all the pressure back onto the opposition skip. It's not far away here,
Yeah,
Mark.
case is close.
He's played a cracking shot again.
What a ball.
He's come up with a few.
Do you think he meant that shot?
I think he wanted to be somewhere in that area. Yeah, some jack movement or land that bowl. But he'll be, I'm sure he'll be happy that he made that conversion. Not far away, Phelps here. Not far away at all.
Yeah, close. Just going to get the wrong side of it. Makes it slightly harder as well. Yeah. Do you, if he hits his own bowl, like I'm thinking of Phelps' next shot. If he has a drive at this, will his bowl stay in even if he hits it? So he still keeps one in the head? I think it does.
Yeah, they could also all disappear, I think, the way that the angles are. I think he'll just play that yard-on shot again. Yeah, he's got Brad's catcher as well, so...
Yeah, you got it, Matty. Click on the format. Or the whatever's been played. So next time it'll be the singles and fours. You'll be able to get the running scorecard. It's a pretty good innovation, the live scoring.
Great effort. He's put another catcher there in a good spot.
Yeah, he's just got to crack an egg on something now and move something.
No, he's set it up well. Not much for Mark to do here. Another UK viewer. Welcome, Keith.
Blackpool, home of Crane Green Bowls. That's where Waterloo is. Big tournament. If you're bored of a night and you want to watch something different, Google or YouTube, sorry, Crane Green Bowls, Waterloo. There's a final between two guys, Greg Smith and Callum Ray. It will be one of the best hour and a half you'll ever spend because of the way they play the game. It's quite different to lawn bowls in terms of they get very animated with one another. They're okay taking the mickey out of each other on the green. There's an end where one of the players drives, the other one's down by the head, and as the drive's coming close to the head, he puts his bowls rag down like a bullfighter, and whooshes him past the head as he misses. It's good fun.
How would you feel if someone did that to you?
They love it over there.
Small conference here because I think they're not going to want to play too much weight at this. I think he'll just play that yard over again. He's probably worried about the jack moving sideways, but it'd be pretty stiff for that to happen.
Timmy Wallace.
Might go straight at it. We'll see what he decides.
Yeah.
I think that just the way the angles are, he can get all of his own out. But if he plays the yard on and the jack moves sideways, he's 4 or 5 down. So this is a risky shot either way, I think.
He's interested,
Yeah,
Chris.
He's stalking it. Where's he gone? Oh, wow.
Oh, wowee. Wanderdeer Park, pretty sure.
Oh, geez, they're having a good look. Made shot out of that.
Well, we get in a measure on it.
Oh,
Poor Benny Fletcher. Just making him measure.
oh, well.
Fuming. Yeah, they look great. The arrows, you're right there, Pete. I tell you, talking of aero bowls and Benny Winter, he's got a cracking new set. These West Coast bowls.
Yeah, I had a look earlier. Look fantastic.
You're right, Lawman. Callum fires them up. I grew up playing against Callum Ray in the junior county side. I was representing Warwick and Worcester. He's at Shropshire. I actually remember a game he played against. I'm going slightly off topic while we're in this measure now, and I'm pretty much only talking to the lawman here because he's the only one that understands it. But he played against Gareth Herbert, if you know him, and had a barnstorming game then too. Got our umpire Bobby Carlson out here. Him and Johnny Roberts do a terrific job. Co-chairs of our officiating and laws committee. Evening, Les. Coming up for the pairs. Reminder, we've got the VBL all this weekend, and then the Prestige pairs for the men kick off here at Moama on Monday. We'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, crazy strong field, isn't it?
Ah,
Massive tournament. I know how to run them here at Moama.
Still stiff at JT. I was in that field. I was playing with Matty Alol. And JT then, one at Gippsland. He made the shot, did Phelpsy there.
Wow. Fortunate. I'll take it.
He had a Jackaroos camp, did JT, which has now been cancelled. So
your team's out now.
Yeah, I already pulled it out.
Oh, well.
And now, just to rub even more salt into the wounds, JT's playing in a tournament at his own club Tuesday and Wednesday.
He's well and truly stitched you
He's
up there.
proper stitched me up.
Put it in the memory banks. Get one back on him. Hey, Aussie, hope you're doing well, mate. Playing in the, he's in the Victorian school sides.
Yeah, the
being played, right. So good luck up there, mate.
Fair start again by Brad.
Yeah, you've got to score this end. Deer Park is 6 down and their ends are running out. Like to use that one shot and end, like similar to the way they do in footy, you know. Goal a minute, you can still win.
It's like a run rate almost, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
But they're coming back in the triples as well. They picked up a 3 next door, the Gibby Lyrebirds, so 9-7 over there after 10. Looks like we'll be all right with the time limit as well, which is good. Might even get them back on quicker and earlier so we can get an early mark, mate. Gonna have a nice soda somewhere.
Sleep would be good, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, you got a little one at home as well, so you might get a peaceful night, mate.
Poor girl, she's had an ear infection. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, hopefully she's doing all right. Got some medicine into her. It's nothing worse, is it? Seeing your kids sick or injured, you can't help them.
Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
Great shot, Larry.
Yeah, good correction.
Finally forced to, but he's finally gone to that other hand. I think if they turn and review this match, I think they might realise that that's probably the easier side.
So a reminder, the game after this will be streaming the Warrnambool Bulls against the Yarraville Footscray Dogs. We'll be streaming the singles game, which I know it's Reece Jeffs representing Warrnambool in the single.
And I know it's Pidge.
Is it? Well,
Brett Marnie.
They said they're going to tell me after this game, but I reckon it's Pidge. That'll be a corker to watch because they're two cracking singles players. Both of them chase every single ball.
There'll be fireworks. There'll be drives.
There'll be a lot of drives.
There'll be draws.
And there'll be a lot of shouting. I remember Reece Jeffs winning the Champion of Champions at Warrnambool, and he played like a man possessed in that final against Brad Lancaster. Brad Lancaster knocked off some cracking players on the way and went in thinking he was going to go good, but Reece honestly played like a man possessed.
He pummeled me in last year's club singles. Absolutely pummeled me. So still have nightmares about that one. But Pidge I rate Pidge very highly, especially with 4 bowls. So looking forward to that one. But we'll see how this one finishes up. It's a great shot from Nathan. Might have cut one out. Great shot.
Yeah, they're playing well, these two, Phelpsy and Brad Marin.
Yeah, just drawing a bit more consistently. Haven't really given Mark any opportunities to make a number. He's always been trying to save.
Yeah, it is a bit darker down here. Matty, you're right. It's just the way the lights are. To be honest, they've put new lights in since I was last here, like additional lights. It is always dark at Moama of an evening. Played, I've been here and played in state pennant finals.
Close again, Nathan Murray. That's just brilliant.
You feel like they're playing, that they want to win this. You can see they want to win it.
Definitely.
This Gippsland side, they're fired up and
they're just. The Puck's just taking 2 goes instead of 1 to get the shot back, and they're punishing him for it. It's a fair attempt here. Just dropping past.
Lucas, you're a man with solutions, mate. Footy on the iPad, bowls on the TV. Smart man.
Bowls and footy doesn't get much better than that. It's been my whole life, Jimmy. Bowls and footy. Don't regret a second of it. I wish Carlton would be a little bit better, but can all dream.
One day, mate.
Dad used to tell me how good they were, and well, doesn't count if I wasn't born.
Yeah.
See, just go for some cover here, I think.
Yeah,
if he
correct.
sees any danger, I don't think he needs to go into the head here. They've gelled pretty well, haven't they, Nathan and Brad? I don't think they would have played that much together.
I agree. I don't think they would have played a game together. I can't think of a circumstance they would have.
Couple of chances here. Jack Trail for 2.
Might be you, Matty, because we've got it on a few phones up here, and it's still running for us. Just try and have a refresh on it or something, mate.
Right, Casey on his backhand, looking to draw the shot. Awesome Jack movement. Not far away. It's the Jack through the hole.
Oh,
fantastic shot.
That was
Fantastic
outrageous.
shot for 1. Just the 1.
Oh.
Another cracking conversion. He's made a few of those, but on each occasion, just the 1 shot. So 3 to play, 4 to play, 3 to play.
Yeah. 3 to play.
You'd think they'd have to win every end from here
Yeah, 5 behind.
to get in front.
Comfortably will make the time limit, which is great.
Great start, Brad Marin again.
Chances Jack. Be interesting to go back and count his bowls, Brad. How many the tick and cross
Yeah, he
technique.
wouldn't have wasted many this game.
He hasn't been short often.
No. No, he's been the difference in the second half of the match, there's no doubt about it. Nathan Murray early and Brad's sort of taken over the rink.
He's close again here, Brad. Just drifting.
Pretty good pair, be happy with that.
So I reckon the tipping comp of I'm going to round it up. There's about 92 we had in there. Let's call it 100. It was what did I say? 60-40 the way of, what did I say? 70-30.
70-30, yeah.
So that'll be 70% currently sweating on the tip.
Definitely.
Because if the Lyrebirds can get up in the triples, they're going to make it difficult.
Out of all the sports to tip on, I'd say bowls is up there with one of the toughest.
Oh, if anyone goes through the whole thing, get it right. To be honest,
It's impossible.
Mate, if Warrnambool win a game, it's going to throw 90% of the competition. For
And
some
they will-
reason, they've
and
copped.
they will, don't worry.
For some reason, they've copped no love. But if they win one game, there's going to be a lot in trouble.
Just no one from Warrnambool getting on the tips. That's
Yeah, I
all.
know.
They're going to have to lift their game.
They're going to have to support. Down on the west coast, down there.
Bowls is impossible to tip on or bet with any sort of consistency. Too much luck involved.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
No, the accumulative only comes into play when if they've tied on wins in disciplines.
Yeah, so 2 disciplines apiece, and then that's when it would move into plus or minus.
Which I don't even think there was a particular reason we went with that way. We're trying something different. I kind of think it allows you to then just be focused on your rink, eh? That's all you're worrying about.
Yeah.
We'll get our...
Yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
We'll get the W here. We won't be counting. We don't need to count
We've got X amount, yeah. Right, cracking shot. Nathan Murray, too much room once again.
Didn't miss was the key.
Yeah, just leaving him too much room.
Yeah, we were, John. To be honest, I think Warrnambool can go pretty good in this.
Mark Casey.
Top bowl.
Brilliant.
I've got to be honest, I think the only reason I didn't tip Warrnambool, I know Brad Pavey and Reece Jeffs fairly well. I know Paul, because I deal with him through work a bit. But the other guys, despite the fact they've won heaps of region titles, I haven't come across them, so I didn't tip them. But I know from their resumes that they sent through, they're handy bowlers.
It's got a lot to do with who they're playing against as well. It's like I said to you a few times already, I think it's a really, really even competition. I think we won't see many all-discipline wins. And
I don't think we'll see a 4-zip. I think we'll struggle to see a 4-zip.
Yeah.
So I hope they go and put egg on all our faces, the Bulls, and get through this section and go far in the finals.
Tell you what, Mark's doing a pretty good job keeping him in this match, Jimmy.
Yep. He's single-handedly keeping him in at the moment. That's another
rippers.
Sensational ball.
It's brilliant. He's turned a pretty horrible head into a really good 2.
They were battling, and now he's holding a very good 2. With a very tough bowl for Phelpsy here.
Go lefties indeed, Pete. I've always thought the lefties are naturally better.
Oh, Case has most certainly still got it.
Nathan Murray, not far away. Oh, just
helps.
Interesting. Keeps it interesting for us here.
So that'll be a couple to the Deer Park Club.
3 the diff now.
3 the diff, 2 to play. So they're in with a sniff.
Yeah, and Gippsland probably thinking to themselves, we've just got to win the end here. One shot, take a 4-shot lead into the last end, easily defendable.
There you go, Reece and Benny are up on your brother and Hank. You can see they're up and about, the Bulls actually, talking about them. I can hear them from behind. Brad Pavey's an X-Factor player. He's in sensational form. As we near the conclusion of this first round of the first disciplines within the round. So a reminder, singles and the 4s are up next. And we'll have the Bulls from Warrnambool against the Doggies from Yarraville Footscray.
Cracking start again. Red Marin. Sound like a broken record, I'm sure. But he's just putting on a clinic.
That's Pidge at the back playing a good bowl. Getting some noise from the crowd.
There's a few pigeon sounds around.
Mate, he's a ripper of a bloke. He's Brett Marnie. He told a story of how he trains his pigeons and stuff when I was up here last time for stateside. He had me in tears. The way he tells it, it's great.
Yeah, genuinely one of the nicest guys around, Brett. Not happy with that one, but that's probably only his 5th bad bowl for the game, so. Too upset at all.
Not long between games, Sean. We scheduled it for an 8:10 start, the next one. We sort of kicked off probably 5 minutes later than anticipated because Mel wanted photos of everyone. I always forget to factor in the photos that the marketing team will want.
Oh, you can't be perfect, mate. You got
So I actually think we're going to be finished early when this. So we might still be on for the 8:10, but it might be pushed back to 8:15, 8:20. But we'll let you know. We'll work it out. If you like the Bowls Victoria Facebook page, you'll get notified when we go live anyway. So we usually kick in a minute or two before on the hold screen, so it gives you plenty of time to get set. go get a beverage, refreshing beverage, which you've hopefully purchased from our presenting partner, Steve's Liquor, who supply all bowls clubs up and down the country, big and small. They look after Moama, we're here, Dandy Club as well, so biggest of clubs, and then the smallest, the Murrumbina Park, they look after them. I wouldn't say they're a tiny club, but
It's great to have him on board with us, Jimmy.
5 points bonus, Sachi, if you win all 4 legs. So that's the potential to really turn things around. If you get the 4 wins.
Up against it here again, Mark. Just got lucky with his first one to roll up that far off the front one. Gives him something to work with. Well played.
There you go.
Nathan.
The balls have taken the pairs against Yarraville Footscray. They're the first ones off by the looks of things. Everyone else still looks to be playing.
Just the dogs up in the triples, so looking to halve that one in the first disciplines. Mark Casey, what's he got for us this time? Can he make another conversion? Oh,
Wow.
I tell you what, Jimmy, he is on fire.
He's just...
They would be no chance in this game.
Yeah.
But he has turned it on the last 5 ends.
This is where Phelps has got to try and go with him. He's
Yeah.
got to try and just dampen that fire that Case has got at the moment. I was talking to Brad Marin about Mark Casey earlier. I said it's funny for me because I've only been really back involved in bowls for the last 4 or 5 years. Took a bit of a break, and as sort of mentioned earlier, I came from Crown Green, so I wasn't really around bowls when he was in his pomp. So I've actually never seen how good he was. I've heard the stories, but Brad was like, mate, he was like a genius.
He was a machine.
He was like an absolute
machine.
genius.
Still got plenty left in the tank as well. Just needs one shot here, Nathan. One shot.
Yeah, he's just got to stem the tide somehow. Because at the moment, they're going to come over the top of him the way he's playing.
Yep.
He'll do it by himself.
Yeah, well, definitely at the moment.
Not going to do it with that one.
No, his weight's very good, so...
So he's got a chance to draw another in here to hold 3, which would draw them level in a game that I wouldn't say they've been the equal of. The
No,
pair
they probably should never be that close, but we'll see what happens in the next 2 bowls. I think just winning the end, Deer Park will be happy. Take the, if they happen to get 1, they're only 2 down last end. I wonder if he'll change hand, try and sit the back bowl. Yeah, he looks like he might do that indeed. Just got to get to the back white one. White and green one, I should say. Needs it to turn. It's not going to on that hand.
might get a walk over.
Another 2 to Deer Park in the triples. They take a 12-8 lead with 2 to play. It's a bit weird watching Tyson on the mat.
Yeah,
Not in a Deer Park jumper, but Phelpsy, Nathan Murray trying to draw the shot. Sure if he'll get back from there. Wow, great attempt, wasn't far away. We've taken 1 out to Deer Park. I'm going to measure for the second. One, just the one to Deer Park. So
Sorry, I got asked a question, so I turned around and was talking to someone else while that all happened. What happened? Did he played one out?
Nathan tried to draw a shot and missed wide just. So Deer Park will take one. 2 down last end. Well, seemingly, Jimmy, out of nowhere, they're actually half
the
a
hunt.
chance. Yep.
That's why you've always got to play to the end, hey? You don't just give up.
Yeah, it's just come from some sublime conversion shots from Mark Casey the last 6 ends. He really hasn't had too much to play to. Not that Larry's playing bad, but Brad Marin is putting on a clinic, so he's had to come up big, and he has. Is there a chance?
Do you rather be trying to defend to or trying to gain to?
Defend to all day.
Agree, yeah.
Cracking start there from Brad. It's very good.
That's when you're defending too. That's what you want.
It just fell away. He was a resting toucher for a minute.
It's just getting a little bit colder as well, Chris. Just dropped a bit in it.
I was right, so you said that. I was fine.
I just sort of felt it. I actually, after Casey's last bowl of that last end, I could see him standing in front of the commentary booth, and I could see his, like, the breath because it's getting cold. And
You spent too much time in Australia.
I'm all right, actually. I actually don't feel that cold, but it has definitely dropped. Oh,
Right
Larry.
shot, Larry. Brilliant. Well, it's a big bowl. So not far away here, Brad.
He needs to hurry a bit on that line.
That's
what
a
a
great
reply.
shot. If I wasn't commentating, I'd be clapping. That is a great shot. And 1 to Gippsland, according to our marker.
It's good having him there, eh?
Oh, brilliant.
Makes a difference. Need it in pennant.
The players are too focused to worry about
Yeah,
telling us
yeah.
who's got shot. So, what a cracking shot from Brad Marin. That's
Yeah, both of them. They've both
cracking shots.
3 rippers in a row. Larry to make it 4 rippers in a row.
He might have done enough.
Yeah.
Well played, Larry. Yep.
Great stuff.
Well, this is what we want to see. This has been a cracking end.
You think his is like Lee Schreiner's, Blake. There's a kid, Bailey Randall, pretty sure it's Bailey, at Bendigo East where Lee Schreiner used to coach. The first time I saw him, I stopped and went, that's Lee, but just shrunk and put into a kid. He is identical, and he was coached by Lee, so Lee's coached him in the exact style of his delivery. And he does have a distinct delivery, does Leroy.
Big things to come for that young man.
Oh, if he can bowl half as good as Lee Schreiner,
That's
he'll be a good bowler.
For sure.
Playing pennant back in Melbourne this year for Whittlesea.
Really? There you
So
go.
yeah.
It's a good acquisition.
There's Case gone here. Inside of that's good.
Yeah, might have done enough to get a second off the shelf. He's apologised, but he wasn't too far away.
That's a couple. So if they do tie the rink, the discipline, it's 1 point each. Just we probably didn't cover that because we didn't think there'd be a draw, but here we are.
He's got a couple of options here. Nathan, he can play the same shot that Brad tried and turn the front pole up. Probably only got to go 2 rolls for shot, or he's got an open draw on the other hand, so we'll see what he decides to do. Open hand it is. Plenty of room for Nathan. Man of his ability to get shot or second shot here. So he got
Needs
the
to
weight.
hurry. Needs to hurry.
Gee, he's close if he's up.
Hurry.
Oh,
Oh, he's ropeable as well.
Yeah, geez, what a line he was on.
So holding Deer Park Club holding 2 here, which would tie the rink. This is the last end of the pairs.
It's made it a bit harder for Mark to play that same hand. He doesn't want to turn Nathan in now.
Yeah, he'd be petrified of gifting him it.
Yeah. As Gippsland got 1 next door.
But
so 12-9 Deer Park's triples team leads going into the last end. There's Matt Ferrari with a resting toucher. So
yeah, right. The form cases in these last 4 or 5 ends, though, Chris. If you dropped a 5-cent coin on the green, he'd put his bowl on top of it.
definitely. He can still play the same hand and play a tighter line, turn Larry's up. We'll chuck it out on the wide hand. See what he's got for us. Looks like he's going to play the same hand, that tighter line. He'll be looking to turn Larry's front bowl up. A little trailer to Jackie would be good.
Still got 1 to come, and Nathan Murray has 2 to come for the Gippsland Lyrebirds.
Doesn't quite have the speed.
Right, Nathan just needing to add 2 feet or play on his own.
Yeah, his track was spot on.
He's looking at something different though, Chris.
He might be worried about turning that front blue one up, Jimmy. So he might, maybe there's an angle there where they can take the 2 bowls out. It looks like it just a draw shot, doesn't it? Just beat his last. But
that's all I'm thinking. But he's looking at it differently.
Something else, yeah.
Probably a more percentage shot in his own mind.
Connection here could change everything. He's going to get something. Is that the one he wanted? Oh, he's turned them in for a 3rd.
And he's made it harder to get in there now. Ish. So Gippsland, Deer Park now holding 3. Waiting for Benny Fletcher to signal. Yep. So
well,
Deer Park from nowhere.
There's always that sort of risk when you play weight like that.
Oh, for all my money, mate, he just needed to add the 2 feet on the on his last.
Yeah.
But there's a reason he's out there playing, and I'm sitting here commentating. So.
And he, I guess as well, he knows he's got another bullet in the gun. So if it did go awry like it has on this occasion, he knows he's got another chance to fix it up.
So from a position all game of chasing,
a holding match here.
Mark Casey and Larry Donahue are having a discussion because they are holding the match and they just need to shut it down and not drop the loss. So talk about a turnaround. At no point have they really looked like they've taken this rink win.
No.
But here we are.
Do you reckon he'll just draw to the back and let Nathan have a free crack at it?
So I was watching Kevin Anderson play an absolute horn behind us.
Just cover and...
Yeah, I think just draw inside Nath's. Try and create a bit of a barrier.
Even this is an interesting decision, really. He's trying to block the hole up, I suppose.
Do you think Phelpsy runs at just runs at it? Because if he's slightly wide of the jack, he'll get the 2 out.
Yeah,
he'll get both.
Yep. 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 Just got to decide on what he wants to do and execute.
Yeah, back himself. Last bowl of the game to try and save the 3 points.
Jackson option 2.
Got to make connection. Nathan Murray, big bowl, big moment early doors in the first round of this Victorian Bowls League. How'd he go, Chris?
No, straight away. He likes it. He's not far away.
He's got to start turning.
Is it getting down enough? Well, he's turned him in for...
And possibly 4.
Well, they've snatched one away there, Deer Park, seemingly out of nowhere.
So they take the win off 3, just the 3.
Unbelievable, really.
They get over the top. I actually don't know how they've
Never looked like winning that.
cooked that one. In fact, I do. It's all Mark Casey was unplayable almost.
He was phenomenal.
But Larry on that last end stuck in well. So they'll take the pairs 13-12. And we'll have...
Looks like they're dead end next door, so replaying the triples.
I'll let you call that last end next door, Chris, and I'll just go and make sure everyone's sweet moving between rinks.
Try my best from this angle. Gippsland have the mat.
Do you want to call it or do you want to bend it?
So I'll just finish calling the triples. We won't get too much vision, but at least we'll know the situation. Gippsland on the last end, so they've got the mat. Got a pretty short end. Spot on Sachi. Casey was brilliant that last game. Tom Hicks nails the jack with his first. Great shot. Still the one for Deer Park in the triples. Matt Ferrari leading up for Gippsland Lyrebirds has got 2 bowls about a foot past the jack. Pretty handy start. Tom Hicks with another cracker. So all our other games have wrapped up. This will be the last one. Great first round of the inaugural VBL here. So, best way to describe the end from afar, Deer Park have a front resting toucher. And Gippsland have all the back bowls, so Deer Park will be running for cover. Tyson Cromer now on the mat, trying to make contact with the shot bowl. Play could wait just a little wide, so we'll see the same here from Deer Park. Not long after this, our next round of matches is scheduled to start. 8:10 is the original kick-off time. We're hoping to be pretty well close to that. As Nathan Bush comes down and plays an absolute cracking bowl. Perfect cover right in the middle of all the Gippsland bowls, so Rory's up against it here. He's just going to drive, I think. There's a drive, takes the shot bowl out, but still a 2 down. I don't think there's a way for Rory to make a 3 here for the draw, so barring anything miraculous happening. Deer Park should hold on to the W here. Welcome to the stream, Robbie Glasgow. Just missed our first round of matches, mate. We're be kicking off again soon, hopefully 8:10. Played by Norris. Draws another cracker. I'll talk you through Ori's drive here. He's just missed under, so that'll be a win to Deer Park in the triples. And they've snatched victory in the pairs as well, so 2-0 start for them. We'll be back shortly with Yarraville Footscray versus Warrnambool Bulls and the singles match. I'll see you all then.
Welcome to the Deer Park Club. Conveniently located on Ballarat Road, Deer Park, and only 20 minutes from Melbourne Airport and the CBD. The Deer Park Club has modern function rooms for engagements, weddings, birthdays and functions. The Deer Park Club, where everyone's welcome.
The Traralgon Bowls Club, Gippsland's premier bowling destination, with 4 bowling greens, state-of-the-art indoor bowling facilities, world-class lighting and bowling programs with activities every day of the week. If you haven't bowled at Traralgon, you haven't bowled. Visit today, Lydiard Road, Traralgon.